what I'm here to say today is there's no reason that you should believe anyone anywhere at any time.
Well, where do you
the
want-
false setting needs to be adjusted a little bit.
Where do you want to start? The late, great Jerry Springer or Aaron Judge?
I hate to say it, but I think Aaron Judge is lying. And I think he's lying because he has to lie. He's the captain. I'm a fan. I don't think he did anything wrong, but I think he's lying.
Now, if you don't know what we're talking about,
And then we're going to tell you about Jerry Springer, which is hilarious.
yesterday, Aaron Judge, the story goes, he kept peeking back at the dugout.
Yeah. He's up at the plate. He's batting up against J.J. Jackson. I'm sorry, Jay Jackson.
J.J. Jackson, the original MTV VJ?
Well, that was my joke. I was a big fan of J.J. Jackson.
Still playing.
But, well, rest in peace, J.J.
Yeah.
Jackson. So Jay Jackson's pitching, and you got Alejandro Kirk behind the plate, who my dad cannot grasp the fact that this guy's a big leaguer. You mean to tell me this guy's in the major leagues? Get out of here with this. You couldn't even pass college baseball. This guy's in the pros. You ever see the physique on this guy?
Don't let him see Vogelbach then.
Oh, my dad has a lot to say about that guy, too. Things I can't say on Fox Sports Radio.
So here's Kirk, and I think, to be honest, I think Kirk is sort of being a little deliberate where he's setting up behind the plate.
Yes.
He's on a
there's
knee.
one point. There's
he's
one
leaning.
point. He's on a knee because he's lazy, even though he's a vato loco, and I give him props. The guy's a good player. He's an all-star. But he's on a knee for over 10 seconds, totally tipping off that it's going to be an outside pitch. So I think Aaron Judge is peeking and peering into his dugout to see where the location is.
Now, what Aaron Judge said he was doing was he was checking out who was chirping. So, to quote Aaron Judge, and by the way, if you watch the video, you've seen it, the highlights for the last day.
Oh, it's all over the place.
Between every pitch, Danny, you've seen this, right? He gives a little, like a peek,
Yep.
a look. Next pitch.
And why, by the way, why is he looking so like he's trying to hide it? He's not moving his head. He's just moving his eyes.
It's like me when I see like a hot booty pass and I don't want my wife to see me look, so I'm sort of
Oh, it's exactly like that.
like you're trying not to be
Yeah,
seen.
when you should have dark sunglasses on.
Dude,
Yeah.
basically Aaron
That's
Judge,
when I go down and tie my shoe.
Exactly.
And I'm like,
he might as well have tied his cleat and peered as sneakily as possible into the dugout to get the signs, just like you do when a nice booty walks by.
so to quote Aaron Judge, MVP Aaron Judge, there was a lot of chirping coming from our dugout, which I really didn't like in the situation because we were up 6-0. So now Aaron Judge is like the good guy, like, listen, my team was yelling at the umpire, and I'm the captain. I'm not for it. We were up 6-0.
Yeah, but there's some nugget of truth to this, too, because Aaron Boone gets thrown out in the middle of this at bat.
And he said, I was trying to save Booney by calling a timeout. Hold up here. Let me work. I'm trying to have an at bat. You guys are chirping. So Aaron Judge is
Are
saying,
you saying Aaron Judge is giving Aaron Boone a little side eye to quit the chirping in the middle of an at bat? I'll tell you exactly what was going on. Aaron Judge was getting tipped off in the dugout on where the pitch location was, no doubt, because what happens next? He knows what pitch is coming, and he hits a 462-foot bomb off of Jay Jackson.
just a good guess, I
They
suppose.
were giving away, and by the way, there's no crime in this. This has been going on for centuries now. You know, they picked the sign. They were giving up the location. They were giving it away. So it's smart baseball. It's not cheating. It's smart baseball.
Yeah, I mean,
just how it's
that's
played.
another discrepancy where people are like cheating. Like, no. Stealing signs and picking up on a guy's. Listen, if a baseball pitcher comes to the stretch and you realize, ooh, when he's throwing a breaking ball or something off speed, he comes to a stretch lower by his waist opposed to his stomach. People tip things off. It's not illegal or cheating to see someone else's mess up. If a catcher lazily is dropping his right knee and leaning outside, and you're like, you're getting a tip from the dugout, like, yo, catcher's still leaning right.
It's going to be a low outside pitch. You know, you're just playing smart baseball. It's always how the game
So
has
I'll
been
back
played.
up Aaron Judge, but you're telling me he just didn't want to admit it?
So at the end of the game, there was speculation. They interviewed Aaron Judge. Hey, what was all the peeking and peering into the dugout? He said that he didn't like the chirping going on.
And
I say that's malarkey.
He was looking at his coach.
He was looking at the coach or whoever was tipping him off on where the location was, and that's just smart baseball. So Aaron Judge, great player, smart player, captain, former MVP, home run leader. He's also a liar.
And you're a Yankees fan.
And I'm a Yankees fan. I'm here to say I think he's lying.
A deny till you die type of guy, Danny G. Is that what you are, or are you a tell the truth type of fella?
He's lying, but I'm okay with that.
When it comes to sports, deny until your deathbed.
Dude, he did it 3 times the same way. You know he was getting tipped off. He crushed that next pitch. That next pitch was crushed.
In a world where, see, here's the thing.
He had a great alibi.
In baseball now, there's challenges, and the replays are, in crystal clear 4K high definition. Like if you ever see the reviews at first base where they could see the minute the ball touches the leather versus the guy's foot on the bag. Like, it's insane. When you're playing rec sports or before instant replay, were you honest when clearly the umpire or referee or someone blew the call?
Dude, you learned this lesson when you were in grade school.
You were selling. You
got hit playing dodgeball, and you're like, no, it didn't get me.
You were the guy?
I'm just saying you learned this lesson back then. Yeah, if you can get away with it, you got away with it.
I was playing softball last weekend. Danny, left fielder, dove on my team. Our buddy Dax, you know Dax. He dove. The effort was phenomenal. Clear as day, trapped the ball. He didn't catch it, but the umpire's old ass.
He pulled a Fernando Tatis.
The old ass umpire, gets paid a couple bucks on the weekend to umpire men's softball. You think he ran out from behind home plate very far? So my buddy holds up his glove like, I just made a miraculous catch.
Selling the play, man.
Out. Yeah. The other team went nuts, and we're all looking at each other like, are we supposed to laugh or just be like,
gotta sell the play? You
gotta
stick
sell
with
it.
That's sportsmanship. That's
the
gamesmanship.
dodgeball liar is the worst, though.
Yeah,
because as kids, it was so frustrating.
Danny,
we went on attack mode.
That's where it started.
Yeah, we started headhunting that kid immediately. Like, all right, it's on.
Danny,
Joni loves Chachi.
It's it's funny you would say that, Danny, because we've talked about this. I think sometime. We definitely have talked about the dodgeball cheater, because I will put that person towards the very top of the worst type of cheaters.
Oh,
when you were playing, you were in 6th grade, you were 12 or 13, you're playing dodgeball. The gym teacher looks away for 1 second. Some guy gets hit clear as day. What type of huevos and nerve you have to be like, never got hit?
Oh, well, hold on.
It's the worst type of liar.
Then what do you think Aaron Judge should have said in this moment then? Because he lied. Do you think he should have said, hey, this is how the game's played? The guy was tipping off his pitches. Alejandro Kirk was giving it away, and I knew it was coming. Do you think he should have been honest about it? No.
Well, I'm not trying to sound like a sleazeball, but in life,
okay,
if you know there's no way to prove that you did something a little off.
By the way, Rich isn't trying to sound like a sleazeball, but he is. I'm sorry, continue.
Dude, I had a buddy whose wife, or fiance at the time, was like, have fun at the bachelor party weekend. I have one rule. No strippers at the room. Like, she was like, I get it's a bachelor party if you're going to go to a strip club. She was against the whole
at the room
girls coming to the hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And he did the whole, no problemo, baby. No worries. Fast forward, bachelor party happens. Girls are in the room. Who's going to tell his wife? Nobody. So, is that a lie?
Omitting is not lying.
Yes, but I mean,
women always try to say omitting is lying. I'm here to tell you, Fox Sports Radio, it's not.
What good would someone?
I'm just kidding.
All right, Aaron Judge peeking to the dugout. What would he gain by saying, you know what? I looked over to the bench, and Stanton saw that he was tipping it off, and I was making eye contact with Giancarlo, and
so he had a good alibi. Whoever prepped him with that, hey, the chirping story, stick with that. Booney got thrown out. You were protecting him. That was a great lie.
Come on.
But the point is, Fox Sports Radio Nation is, even as a fan, Steve Covino, Yankees fan, I believe that's how the game is played anyway. No cheating involved. However, he's lying in this moment.
How do you feel about Tom Brady?
And if you can't believe Aaron Judge, the captain of the team, who could you believe?
How do you feel about Tom Brady with the Deflategate? I know I'm going back to a long-ass time ago conversation, but
hey,
I always felt like Tom Brady had the approach of, well, you really can't prove much, so I'm just going to I'm just gonna be like,
I don't have that phone anymore.
Yeah, I don't got that phone anymore. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he was
deflate
even
the
in the
footballs.
documentary. The documentary, he was very indifferent about it. Like he barely addressed it.
It's
like he had an opportunity to be like, yeah, it was never true. Come on. He was very indifferent.
All Tom Brady said in the documentary, Man in the Arena, which was great, by the way.
That was fantastic.
The only thing Tom Brady said was, well, it's 30-something billionaires versus me in court, which was why I didn't win. Let's move on.
Now, by the way, here's the other, or not knowing what to believe in today's world, especially. Mike, who runs this place, believes that Aaron Judge was trying to... Mike.
Who's that?
He said he believes that Aaron Judge was hearing some chatter in the dugout and may have heard something he didn't like and was peering in there like, you know, you guys better chill, like giving that like chill in the dugout sort of look.
Oh, like the
so
I'm
Mike
the captain,
really believes
shut
that.
up. Okay.
That's why you never know what to believe. If I believe one thing, Mike believes, one thing. Aaron Judge I think is lying. What do you believe? Now, here's part 2 to the story. And again, what is the lesson here? To change your default. We can't assume that everyone's telling the truth. What is the truth anymore? Approaching a situation, a story, a conversation, assume that it may be fake or that you don't know the entire story. Because there's a story about Jerry Springer, and there's 2 sides to this story.
It's wild. Just take a listen to this and we'll explain.
Joan kept me away from you with the threat of exposure. She did not keep me from providing for you. You see, I told her that if I had to accept a life without you, she would not get a red cent of my fortune. The rest of my estate, my properties in Mississippi, Georgia, South Carolina, my bank accounts, investment portfolios, all liquid and intangible assets, everything, all of it will go to my children, John and Misha.
Ken.
Girls, all your life I've been telling you to make your millions, and I hope you have. If not, you can always sell the house and split the profit.
Now, this is Jerry Springer. A video was released after he passed. And the first thing we saw on TMZ, Danny G, you hit us up with it. It's, oh my God, Jerry Springer has a video will?
Well, this is the headline, and it went viral immediately. Like you said, TMZ, other major news sources picked it up as well. It says, here's a clip of Jerry Springer. It's gone viral, showing him reading his last will and testament with a bunch of juicy details.
Apparently he had children with a woman that was not his wife, and he is leaving them everything. Now, the world starts thinking, oh my God, Jerry Springer, he should be on his own show, first of all.
Jerry.
And then after a little investigating, all right, to go with the narrative, Covino, of what do we even believe anymore? People are saying, well, hold on, the names he's saying aren't even checking out to be his own kids' names.
Well, his wife's name is Mickey Velton, right? He addresses the wife in this story as Joan or something. He has a daughter named Katie in real life. So none of these names add up at all, which proves that he's reading lines for a play.
He was doing like he was doing like a table read on camera, like hey, put this script to tape.
But this story went so viral that everyone's sending it around. It's on Twitter, it's on TikTok. That could you believe he had illegitimate children behind his wife? 2 black children. They said 2 black children. He left everything to them. Meanwhile, this whole thing was fake, and it's back and forth. If you go on social media, here's the thing. Much like politics, Rich, where we didn't know what to believe, like COVID and everything else, depending on what you watch, you're hearing people saying, can you believe Jerry Springer? This is amazing. This is insane.
Oh, you haven't seen the update. It's fake.
There's other people like, no, this is fake. This is not true. This is from a screenplay that he read. Other people really excited. Oh, he's going on total Jerry Springer fashion. I can't believe it. And there's also like a little sense of truth there because he was caught writing a check to prostitutes early on in his career. You remember that?
Yeah.
So he has dabbled in infidelity. So a completely fake story has made its rounds because people believe that it's true.
So the theme of
at least I'm pretty certain, I'm 99% certain that this Jerry Springer story is fake.
With some good acting on his part.
Yeah.
I mean, did he get the part? I don't remember this movie or show.
It's funny, Danny G, when you watch it for the first time, You're like, wow, that's wild. But then when you watch it again from the perspective of, oh, he's just reading it from a play or for a part, a screenplay, you're like, oh, yeah, this is totally fake.
The thing is, no one knows what, the theme of today's show, no one really knows what to believe anymore.
So approach
your
every situation as a skeptic.